What's going on, everybody? Lucas Decker here, and in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the YoYoFactory American. We'll be going over this yo-yo's key features, putting it through numerous tests, and to wrap it up, I'll be giving you my personal thoughts on the YoYoFactory American. With all that being said, let's get started! Alright guys, we're going to kick this off by talking about the key features of the American. This is a new signature model for Gentry Stein produced by YoYoFactory. This yo-yo is intended to bridge the gap between Gentry's new and old signature yo-yos, particularly the Shutter and the Super G. One feature that stands out about this yo-yo is that it is produced in the USA. This yo-yo has an aluminum body and a very bold H shape. It comes with a center track bearing, as well as the standard white YoYoFactory response pads. Now, we're going to do a quick comparison to a few other YoYoFactory models. Unfortunately, I don't have a Super G to compare this to, but I do have a Shutter, so we'll start with that. As you can see, these two have similar characteristics in their shape design, with the American having much more extreme angles. There are also similarities in the cup of the yo-yo as well. The diameter on these two is extremely close. I think the American has the Shutter beat by just a hair. The width is also very close, but this time it looks like the Shutter has the American beat by just a hair. Next up, the Shutter wide angle. It also looks like the American has a larger diameter by just a hair, and the wide angle definitely takes the cake in the department of width. Next, the YoYoFactory edge. The American has the edge beat in diameter, and the edge has the American beat in width. And lastly, the YoYoFactory ND. The diameter on these two is extremely close. I can't even tell which is larger. And the ND has the American beat in width. Alright guys, keeping the video moving, we're going to put the American through our various tests. First test, speed. So during the speed test, the American powered through those combos. During these speed combos, I felt that I had great control over this yo-yo. This yo-yo has a more solid feel as opposed to a floaty feel. And this yo-yo's got a nice mid-weight to it. Not too light, not too heavy. Definitely a pass on the speed test. Next test, tech. Alright, so this yo-yo handled tech quite well. During these tech combos, it was easy to keep a nice, consistent pace with this yo-yo. The yo-yo also maintained its spin power quite well. Tech tricks might feel a little more comfortable if this yo-yo was a little bit heavier, but nonetheless, totally a pass on the tech test. Moving on, we've got the meta test. This yo-yo handled meta tricks quite nicely, and some slack and whip tricks felt particularly satisfying when landing them with this yo-yo. Rejections on this yo-yo seem to need a little bit more force, and that probably has to do with how steep these walls are. And like during the speed test, the yo-yo maintained a more solid feel as opposed to a more floaty feel. And I think if the width of the yo-yo was a little bit larger, it might be easier to land at some of those slack and whip tricks. But that is a very minor complaint. Passes the meta test. Next up, the horizontal test. Alright guys, so horizontal tricks on this yo-yo are fantastic. This yo-yo remains on the X-axis so well and maintains fantastic stability. This can definitely be credited to the shape of the yo-yo. And similar to the speed test, I felt I had great control over this yo-yo during these horizontal combos. This yo-yo also retains its spin power quite well during these combos. The American passes the horizontal test, no question. And now for the final test, grinds and finger spins. Alright, so finger grinds on this yo-yo are phenomenal. The nice strong H shape allows you to grind on your finger while touching minimal surface of the yo-yo. And as you saw, you can have some pretty long finger grinds on this yo-yo. And finger spins on this yo-yo are definitely doable. The lasering in the center of the yo-yo causes a bit more friction. I also noticed that as the yo-yo is spinning on my finger, if I was holding up the yo-yo a little bit too gently, my finger would start shaking around. Alternatively, if I held the yo-yo up with my finger too firmly, then the yo-yo would start shaking. But regardless, if you throw the yo-yo hard enough and land it nicely on your finger, you should be able to get some decent finger spins out of this yo-yo. And the American passes our final test. Alright everyone, now I'll be giving you my personal thoughts on the YoYoFactory American. So right off the bat, one thing I really appreciate about this yo-yo is how consistent it plays and feels regardless of the type of trick you're doing. It maintains a solid mid-weight feel through just about any type of trick. This yo-yo is also super comfortable to hold in the hand. I'd recommend the American to someone who's looking for a yo-yo that's a little more different, or a yo-yo that's a little more casual. I would especially recommend the American to collectors or fans of Gentry Stein and his yo-yo lineup. With factors such as being made in the USA, and with this yo-yo bridging the gap of Gentry's older signature models and his more modern signature models, the American I'd say is a must-have for a collector. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of the YoYoFactory American in the comments below. And that's gonna put a wrap on today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Excuse me. I know you enjoyed it. Guys, if you're enjoying the videos and the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. It is truly appreciated. Any further feedback, suggestions, or questions are more than welcome in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll be talking to you very soon.